ready to go. If the beat hits, I'm ready to go. If the beat hits, I'm ready to go, ready to go.
Welcome into Varsity 4. I am Alessandra Pontbriand. He is the great Justin Barney. Oh, why are you laughing?
That's hyperbole.
Okay, well, each Thursday night at 10:45 p.m. during the school year, we will be bringing you the latest high school sports news each week. Right now, in the midst of the high school football playoffs, our local teams were very successful in round one, that we have a ton of second-round matchups in town. So, with that being said, kickoff less than 24 hours away. Justin, take us through a preview of all of our teams. We'll start down here with Region 1-1A.
Pretty successful opening round of the playoffs. We had a lot of teams win last week and move on. And I want to start down here. We got a local-on-local matchup in Region 1-1A. That's University Christian and Impact Christian. These two teams played in the regular season. UC won that big. They also played in the playoffs last year. UC won that one. I think this is going to be a more competitive game than we saw the regular season. I think it was like 42-16 UC win. I think it'll be more competitive than that, but I just think UC's depth is going to be a little bit too much for Impact Christian. I've said all season long we're going to get probably a University Christian, Trinity Christian regional final. And I think with Trinity Christian playing McClay, I think we're just one round away from that one. Up on into 1-2A and 2-2A. I'll talk about these together because I think Bradford and Bowles are going to end up playing at some point beyond the regional round. At Bowles against Florida High, I think they win that one pretty big. Xander Edwards, unbelievable game last week on the ground. I think he had 8 touches and 4 touchdowns. Florida High's got to be able to stop him to have any shot at winning that game. And then Bradford, this is going to be a tough game. Bradford just usually mows teams down, but Berkeley Prep is a good program. You can't really tell from that 5-4 record, but I think that's going to be a closer game than anticipated. Berkeley Prep has won a couple state championships in the last 5 years, so I think Jamie Rogers in that defense still wins, but I think it's going to be a more challenging game. Let's look at Region 1-3A, and I think we've had a Rains Bishop McKinney regional final match headed the way all season. Rains won last week 43-6, and they felt like they didn't play that well. So I think West Florida is going to get some of that fury at the Graveyard on Friday night. And the Bishop McKinney, a little bit of luck of the draw for Bishop McKinney. They should have probably been going to Bay on Friday night. Well, Godby pulled the upset of number 2 seed Bay, and Bishop McKinney gets to stay home and play its home game on the river against Tallahassee Godby. But I think we're going to see Bishop McKinney Rains next week. And of course, we moving on up into Regions 4, 5, and 6. Love this matchup. St. Augustine against Ed White. Ed White's the highest scoring regular season team in state history, 537 points. We may not even see defense in this game tomorrow night. So I think St. Augustine has been phenomenal. I think they probably win this game. Rematch of a last year's second round game, won by the Jackets. High scoring game in that one. Chalk-Tahatchee hosting Columbia. These teams have met quite a few times in the state playoffs. Columbia actually holds the advantage there, but I think Columbia's offense probably needs to have a career kind of night to beat Chalk-Tahatchee. Choctaw has given up 63 points all season, so I think they're the favorites in that one. Then moving on up into Region 1-5A and Beachside and Ponte Vedra. Ponte Vedra actually lost to Beachside in the regular season. Beachside won the district championship, but Ponte Vedra, the number 1 seeds, that they are hosting that game. Sharks were missing some defensive players in the regular season meeting. They lost 33-20. That is going to be a fantastic game in St. Johns County on Friday night. And then moving on up, Pace and Mandarin going to be perhaps the game of the night. These two teams are explosive. They're very good. Pace is dynamite team, so I think Mandarin's got his hands full. And then, of course, we have Nice and Gainesville-Buchholz. These teams have met only 3 times before in the last 20 years, so this is going to be a rare meeting. But actually, Buchholz did beat Nice 27-7 in the regular season. What gives Nice a chance, though? Their linebacking core is phenomenal. Jacob Curry, Noah Hodge, Crew Casey, they are really good players, and going to be an interesting one. That gives Nice, to me, gives them a chance in that game tomorrow night.
Okay, well, let's talk more about Region 1-3A. The Rains Vikings 10-1. They're hosting West Florida. Now, as we continue to spotlight the Rains Vikings throughout the playoffs, Rains looking to continue their undefeated season as they host, like I said, West Florida Friday night.
Unbelievable stories, unbelievable teams. And News4JAX reporter Chris Will has been checking in with the Vikings all season long, and he's taken a trip into the trenches this week with one of the team's leading defensive linemen.
Rolling into round 2.
Oh,
The Reigns Vikings are back to work after a dominant 43-6 win over Baker County.
It was kind of rocky, you know. I feel like we didn't execute too much how we should have.
We got the W. That's all that matters. You know, we fixed the mistake.
You only gave up 6 points and you scored over 40. What was rocky? What was not executing?
Mistakes, mainly penalties, you know, and not being together as a team as we normally would.
Senior Jatarius Brown is echoing the words of his head coach, a high standard from the defensive tackle as the playoffs heat up.
Since playoffs started, you know, we've been going at it even more. Everybody playing with more intensity, everybody playing with more fight, you know, and we just got to get out there, you know. I feel like the time we play best is in practice, so we just got to get out there.
And the man some call Agent Zero has been bringing the work on the practice field to Friday Night Lights. 3 fumble recoveries, including 1 for a touchdown. Alongside his counterpart in Troy Butler. What's it like having him and Troy Butler playing alongside each other on that defense?
I tell you, it's great to prepare with them than to prepare for them.
Jatarius says he and Troy are like brothers, working together to disrupt opposing offenses, a part of his on-field family, and he says his family in the stands is what really motivates him.
It's very important to me because I have to set an example for all my younger siblings, you know. Keep them on the right path, keep them with a level head, you know. I just got to be a role model for them and show them the right way to go.
And that example starts in the classroom, a National Honor Society and A and B student and committed to play at the next level. How important is it for you to have kids that both succeed on the field and off the field?
It's very important because, you know, growing up in our neighborhoods and in our cities that, you know, we don't want our kids to become statistics and, you know, they're defying the odds, and he's doing a great job of it. He comes from great parents and great grandparents. And, you know, we just excited and proud of what he's been doing so far.
Chris Will, Channel 4, the local station.
Jatarius is a really good kid and a very, very good player. That range defense, they gave up 6 points last week, so they're going to be making sure they don't give up any on Friday night.
Okay, well, let's move on to the West Nassau football team, who has advanced to the SSAA State Championship after beating rival Fernandina Beach last week. Now, the Warriors are 12-1 and will play the 9-3 American Heritage Stallions Friday night.
They are really good. Program record for wins for West Nassau. The entire Callahan community is going to be out tomorrow supporting them as they get ready to head on down. But this game means so much to the players and head coach Gunnar Cox.
It's a little bit of everything. It's a surreal moment. You know, I was telling the team we were doing our walkthrough today. I told the seniors, "This is your last time," and I even told underclassmen, "This could be your last time." You know, playing in a championship game. We don't know how next year and the year after is going to go. So, yeah, you know, it's a little jittery, but at the same time, you know, it's super excited. I told the kids the most important thing is have fun, have an enjoyable experience. But you know, I'm telling the kids, you know, we got a chance to win this game.
The whole town of Callahan having a send-off for them tomorrow around 12:30. They're going to be rocking down there, Callahan. All the fans so pumped up about that championship game tomorrow night.
Okay, well, good luck to the Warriors as we root for you here on Varsity 4. But when we come back, we are diving into the state swimming results as well as heading to the pitch for an update from high school soccer. Stay tuned when Varsity 4 returns after the break. Welcome back to Varsity 4. Now, this past weekend, we had a ton of success at the state swim meet. So congratulations to Pontbriand and Nice. Now, the Nice boys and Pontbriand girls continued their swimming dominance, both winning the Class of 3A state championship. The Panthers had 215 points to tie for the team title with Tampa Jesuit, while the Sharks racked up 378 points to win.
Yeah, really good seasons for them. And talk about dynasties. You know, Bowles Swimming Dynasty is very well known. You haven't lost a state championship in many people's lifetimes. But Pontbriand girls, they won 3 state championships the last 4 seasons. And the Nice boys, that's 4 in a row. So, man, those St. Johns County public schools are really getting it done in the pool.
Okay, well, now to the pitch. The high school soccer season began at the beginning of the month, and 2 local programs are beginning the season looking to defend their state championship titles. The Pontbriand girls looking to go back-to-back as the Sharks won their 5th title in program history last season. But that wasn't all. The Bartram Trail girls team also won their 4th state championship in school history.
Yeah, we've been unveiling our Super 6 rankings here. This is our 2nd week of those, and a little bit of a shakeup this week. We've got Providence moving into the number 6 spot. St. John's Country Day, state champion last year as well. They dropped from 2-5, and I'll tell you why. The team right in front of them, Bishop Kenny, they had a 2-1 win over the Spartans last week. And, you know, we talk about the dominance of St. John's Country Day. They have not lost to a Duval County soccer team since 2014 until last week. That is a remarkable win for Bishop Kenny. Now, St. John's has lost to other teams in the area, the Pontbriands, the Creeksides of the world, but not a Duval County-based team since 2014. So a history-making win for Bishop Kenny. And, of course, our 3 2-1 teams, very, very good teams, all state champions at some point. But Bartram Trail, Creekside, and then Ponte Vedra, those are our top 3 teams. And the girls soccer, Varsity 4, Super 6.
And as we wrap up, you can watch Varsity 4 every Thursday night during the school year from 10:45 to 11 p.m. right here on News4JAX. We will bring you the latest high school sports news each week. And for all of our teams that are playing in the high school state state second round of the playoffs tomorrow, good luck. And to West Nassau, good luck as you play for a state championship.
Yeah, pretty cool for those guys out in Callahan. Okay,
well, make sure you follow us on Sports4JAX on Instagram to get even more sports news. But thank you for watching Varsity 4 and good night.